Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. It's always great to have new people. I am a divination practitioner, spiritual life coach, holistic consultant, multifaceted advisor, and the list goes on. My name is Lenisha, and if you're ever looking for mentorships, life coaching, readings, questions, etc., make sure you please message me. Stay on top of my link tree, right? Because sometimes I change my name and you may not be able to find me. So yeah, if you resonate with the message, don't forget to follow, like, share, subscribe wherever you're seeing this. My link also has payment options, my website, really everything is there that you need, my other platforms. All right, this is some sage if you don't know about it already. This can help us cleanse and purify the space, so that's currently what I'm going to be doing. All right, cleansing the energy within and around. Welcome in. Thank you guys for double tapping the screen. We are going to be getting started on a collective, and of course the list is always open 24/7. You just have to make sure you're able to reach me. You can reach me even in the comment section. Direct messages, if you have my phone number, that's perfectly fine. I have email. All right, whatever way you know best to reach me. Some people find they go on my website and they leave me messages there, so I prefer reviews to be left there, but it's fine. However you know best to contact me. All right. Okay, I'm gonna put on some channeled songs. I'm feeling more of a non-lyrical type of vibe, but we'll see. All right. All right. Some of you guys are outgrowing environments, relationships, mindsets, lifestyles. Don't ignore it. You're only holding yourself back. This song is by Isaiah Falls. It's called Night Off. And then I just heard in my head, take a night off, relax. You know, life is not all supposed to be about work, but play as well. You could be getting messages or phone calls from numbers that are not registered within your state or county. Like, for instance, if you're from the Houston area, you'll probably get 713 numbers, 832 numbers, 281s, 346s, whatever. But you could be receiving 404s, 930, like those type of numbers. But then I just thought of scams. So be mindful of that, whether it's on social media, whether it's people calling your phone. Then I'm thinking of frequency. Yeah, earlier I was thinking of putting on some frequency music, but then I ended up putting on some R&B. So maybe some of you guys are in your feels. Maybe some of you guys are going through things within your love life. And love doesn't just have to be based on romanticism. It can be platonic, paternal, whatever the case may be. All right. I'm using one of my personal decks. Some of you guys you're very creative. You need to get into selling your own products, maybe. And maybe some of you guys can make charms, divination tools, spiritual items, like whatever it is, like you just gotta do it, you know? Sometimes manifestation is a thing, but sometimes you gotta balance out spirituality and practicality. And practicality is the actual use of doing something. So just like when it comes to your connections, you choose who you have in your life. It's not, oh, God wants me to be with this person, they attracted them to me. If that's your belief, that's your belief. I'm not here to project on you, but me personally, speaking off wisdom, which comes with experience, it's just sometimes we can confuse ourselves with signs. Like, oh, this is a sign to not do this or to do this. But I feel like regardless, taking action or believing in things that's not based on restriction, fear, pessimism, like that would be great, right? So if you're expanding your business, if you're healing, if you're evolving, if you're moving on from things that are not good for you, whether it's food, drinks, people, places, whatever it is, then I feel like you're doing a great thing. Sometimes we second guess things, but if it's healthy, it's wealthy. I feel like it's good, right? Just like, for instance, some people feel like, oh, I'm not meant to work a 9 to 5. I'm not meant to do this. It's like you have to live the life that you want to live. If you feel like you've outgrown 9 to 5s, and that's you in your life. Other people, they may not think that, so they'll probably keep on working them, juggle it with a business, or never have a business. Everybody is different. We're all autonomous, right? Just do what you feel. You can't forget that God is also within you, just as much as God is all around. So you are also the creator of your life. The universe wants to bless you with things. The universe is abundant. There's never a lack of anything. There's enough money to go around for everyone in the entire world. It was created by humans. So, you know, they're going to keep on recreating, just like the water. How you feel like, damn, we've been having water for ages, and that water is recycled from your toilets, right? Okay, that's why some people connect with like farmers, and they don't get water in plastic bottles and like all this other stuff, because they start realizing the truth about everything, you know? Because people do lie, people do mislead, people do, you know, a lot of things. But I feel like your intuition will never leave you astray, right? Even when you don't know any better, even when you're learning. Okay, Scorpio and Pisces energy could be very significant. And a quick display of what Scorpio energy can signify is transformation and secretive energy, right? Amongst other things, okay? Now, Pisces energy can tie to deep emotions and intuitive individuals or intuition, okay? So transformation, secretive, deep emotions, intuitive. Yeah, I feel like you're transforming. Things are changing within your life, internally, externally, within your relationships, within yourself, whatever it may be. Trust in your intuition. Some of you guys could be deep feeling individuals, right? When it comes to the things that are hidden, that you may not know, things that are of mystery, you have esoteric information or knowledge. You are probably high priestesses, or you have a spiritual team of high priestesses. So a lot of things will be made known to you, whether your gifts help you do these things, like clairvoyancy, claircognizance, intuition, whatever the case may be, or whether it's your spiritual team sending you angel numbers or whatever it may be, you know. Tell me more about this Scorpio Pisces energy. This can also just be a water sign dynamic, maybe same sign type of relationships, earth sign, water, right? But Scorpio and Pisces could be very significant. Confirm this Scorpio Pisces energy. Yeah, it's like, believe exactly what you're seeing. Believe, trust in your own knowing. And the energy that I was saying earlier, balancing out spirituality and practicality. Do your manifestations. Of course, you have to believe whatever you're trying to manifest can actually come into fruition. If you have a desire for it, it can come in quickly. But let's see, what else was I gonna say? But yeah, like I said, practicality is the actual use of doing something, right? I feel like something is out and in your face. Something is being exposed, something is being illuminated, whether it's someone's true colors, whether it's versions of yourself. I don't know. Money can even be involved or significant. But trust your intuition. 247 is a very significant angel number. I like to look up my angel numbers on Joanne Sacred Scribes. Okay, but anyways, other than that, oh, the angel number 69 came out as well together. You could be seeing sixes, you could be seeing nines repeatedly, especially like 666 or 99, or, you know, just applies how it fits. 2 skip cards came out. All right. And then I had got this energy. Some of you guys, you probably were going to experience something, but since you already are in alignment, or you already are in this space of like trusting your intuition or knowing better, then you kind of like dodged going through certain things that was probably going to teach you a hard lesson. Okay. Now we got lead astray coming out in reverse. Your intuition will never lead you astray. A lot of other people can try to come into your life and try to dictate and navigate which way you should go and how you should do things, but you know best, right? Taurus, Virgo energy, so for sure earth energy could be very significant, Capricorn. If it's not the signs itself, maybe the months that they signify, like Taurus is in the month of May, in April. Now, like I said, aside from that, it can also be what they signify. Like when I went and I looked at the Scorpio energy, Scorpio signified transformation and like other things, right? But moving on. And then we have everything is going to work out. So if you've been wondering, oh my gosh, you know, sometimes we be in our heads, sometimes we pay too close attention to what's going on in this 3D plane that we miss that there's bigger things going on spiritually, right? That there's a lot of deeper meanings to a lot of things. So everything is going to happen in divine timing. Don't worry, don't stress, especially when it's things that are outside of your control, or really overall, you know, with anything. All right, everything is going to work out. With this skip sign here, it just gives, so don't even put yourself through the self-doubt or the overthinking or the obstacles, right? Just know that everything is going to work out no matter what, okay? So don't even put yourself through that type of stress. Any more messages for the collective? All right. I feel like there's different ways that you can go about things, or something about different ways, because this song is called Different Ways. It's actually by No Guidance. That's crazy, right? So I feel like the world is your oyster. It's in your hands. You can go this way, you can go that way, you know. You can change your mind and go in a whole nother direction that you didn't plan on going. You're in this world, on this 3D plane, navigating solo, right? Nobody makes your choices. Nobody can move your own limbs and everything. That's you. You choose to go out and put action towards things. You choose to disconnect from things, right? It's you. You're operating in your life as your own individual. So don't let anybody else guide you. It's fine to take, you know, advice and hear people, but don't ever not trust yourself and your own intuition, okay? Know that you're divinely guided and protected. Everything will work out. It'll be a success. Yep, there go that Taurus energy. It says keep going. Some of y'all could be in this dominant energy. I'm getting the energy to be more in the feminine. Okay? Any more messages for the collective? Only take what resonates, by the way. This is a collective. It's not a personal. If you guys want a personal, you can always get on the list. It's open 24/7. All right? I could be talking to somebody that's jobless, right? Or maybe there's some things that you need to let go. Aries energy can also be significant. And Aries signifies passionate, driven, right? So all of these came out together. It says let go, release. And then the other energy says jobless, lack mindset, karma, brokey. And then the other one is the Aries energy. So the zodiac sign could be significant, the month. And I know Aries is like, what, March and something else? Probably February and March. if I'm not mistaken. I'm not really too sure, but I'm getting this motivated energy, which is why I was talking about the Capricorn energy earlier, and it just made me think of the Capricorn's energy. Like, usually they're career focused, they're very driven when it comes to those type of things. So let's go ahead and see. It says responsibility and discipline. If you want something, if you want to receive something, whether it's a better life, whether it's healthier relationships, whether it's going after your dreams and goals, you have to actually put in the work to get there. Once again, manifestation, fine, right? But also sometimes you have to move your body, use your mind, and put things into motion. Don't underestimate yourself. All right? Those ideas, those goals, they can be achieved. They can be successful. All right? You could have a lack mindset. You could be jobless. Some of you guys could be struggling financially, or your money could be low. All right? But I'm seeing karma here, or maybe this is somebody else, because a lot of times this can be your energy or another person. So maybe someone that you let go, or someone that you're needing to release, or that you're releasing, this person could have like a lack mindset, and they're receiving karma, maybe because of the things that was done to you. You know your life better than anyone. I'm the messenger here, so it's up to you to put these messages in how they're meant to go. All our lives are very different, but somehow we all can resonate with the collective. So just take it how it resonates for you, okay? If something is news to you and you're just like, ooh, I don't know, I'm just really confirming what you already know. Sometimes I could be fortune telling and predicting things that probably has yet to happen, but I'm just trusting your intuition, okay? All right, this song is called Ecstasy. It's by Ciara. So that can even be significant. I can't really say certain words, so just use the context clues, right? Read in between the lines. Any more messages for the collective? Yeah, a lot of earth energy could be very significant. There's rarely any water energy out here. Maybe this is a time to get grounded. Maybe you have earth in your chart. All right. Maybe someone isn't as emotional, or they've done a lot of emotional releasing not long ago. Maybe someone is trying to avoid relationships, emotions. Maybe someone's not indulging within creative pursuits. Like, it could really be anything. Air energy is also out here. I'm not really seeing any fire. However, Aries did come out. So that, the air energy can tie to mental, logic, whatever the case may be. So it could be a lot of thoughts, a lot of thinking going on, or new ideas coming into play. There could be some type of heartbreak going on, leaving a stain on your brain, still something that you're grieving. Yeah, someone could have gotten abandoned. Maybe you could have ghosted someone, and maybe they feel left out in the cold, or maybe you released someone. Okay, but I am seeing you guys focusing on self-love, or you're being encouraged to. The new love, the new friendships, the new relationships, they're going to come into play. But if you want better, you have to be better for yourself, right? You can't keep accepting bare minimum. You can't keep on pouring into every other connection besides yourself. The best relationship you can have is one with yourself. Okay? The number 4 could be very significant. You could be seeing repeating 4s. And whenever I see repeating 4s, especially 444, I think of protection. Okay, so as we said earlier, confirmation, you are divinely protected. All right. We got Destiny Swap coming out with Libra. And when I think of Libra, I think of balance. I think of the Justice card. Okay? Fairness. Cause and effect. So I feel like maybe whoever tried to do some type of magic or destiny swap or whatever the case may be, justice is being served. And maybe some of you guys, you're getting justice within some type of destiny swap situation. Like, maybe somebody tried this and maybe some type of truth came out, or maybe you took your justice into your own hands and probably did something to where this was no longer going on. It will be different for everyone. But confirmation on the back of the deck, we have you are right. And if this was something that probably happened previously, you were right. Like, you were right all along. Maybe when it came to cutting someone off, because when I seen the other card that was behind this, it says cut them off permanently. So for some of you guys, this is your confirmation to cut someone off permanently because they have a whole lot of internal conflict or whatever that may be sabotaging or interfering with the connection from growing, right? And we don't ever want to lose ourselves in a connection, constantly try with a person. Like, we've been there, done that, right? We're no longer naive. We're no longer gullible. Sometimes we still have to bump our heads, surprisingly, right? But that's because we're not paying attention to the lessons, or we just don't see them. But yeah, it's pretty much what I'm seeing with that. Okay, and now we're getting the Six of... And I'm getting heavy downloads here, especially when I use this specific deck. So some of you guys are going to be getting downloads. Maybe you're coming back into your spiritual sense. Like maybe some of you guys are getting out of that dark night of the soul energy. But it's going from the 5 to the 6. 5 is sometimes usually ties to a lot of challenges and complications and everything like that. But now since the 6 is coming into play, which is when it's being restored and, you know, you're getting the answers that you needed, everything is getting better, right? So I feel like things are going to get better if they haven't already, within your finances, within whatever it is that you're experiencing, right? Especially within the 3D plane, the earthly plane, whether it's tying to people, possessions, material things or values, prosperity, whatever it is. All right. Some of you guys are about to be experiencing a different type of love, and maybe that's because you started doing things differently when it came to yourself. Like I said, you probably went from loving others to loving yourself more. It doesn't mean that you love anybody any less. It's just you're now putting yourself first and you're making yourself that priority. It's important. You can't really do anything with anybody else if you're not really, you know, right within, right? All right. We got kryptonite on the back. So something could be a weakness, right? Turn those weaknesses into strengths. Maybe you make someone weak, right? It all depends. And there's something with my nose and my ears is very, like, that could be very significant. All right, we got Mooney Long coming on. This song is called Slow Grind. Ears and nose. Something about allergies or certain things happening. You know how sometimes when people see flies a lot, it gives them a sign, oh, like somebody's being nosy. So different things is going on with the body. Pay attention to the body, especially when it comes to you getting downloads or whatever the case may be. Like, for instance, I'm doing readings, and a lot of things that I'm experiencing is something with my nose, you know, my throat, my ears. So that message could resonate differently for everyone, right? Throat chakra could be very significant. Your senses. All right. Let's see. All right, any more messages here for the collective? Get rid of anything that you need to get rid of. Let go of all the... It's like simplify your life. Right? Get into some yoga, stretch. You know, create a healthy space for your mind, body, and soul. Every day, really. All right, not gonna throw all the energy this day that does not concern me and my highest good. Can I get some accurate resonating messages for the collective? All right, what is the message for the collective? Yeah, we got boundaries. So either you're setting boundaries or you're being encouraged to set boundaries. Say no. Draw the line. Enough is enough. Some of you guys are already in this energy of, you know what, enough is enough, and you're setting boundaries, right? For others of you guys, maybe you're being encouraged to. All right. Yep, this is your life. Don't give everybody else any power to influence or sway the way your life goes. Okay, I understand some of y'all think, oh, well, this person has been living longer than I have. Well, this person is, you know, religious, or this person is spiritual, or this person, you know, I love them and I respect their commentary, whatever it is. The thing is, trust in your inner guidance. Trust in your inner compass, right? Okay? You are the guide for yourself in this life, especially sometimes when you're too involved in the 3D plane that you can't really hear or understand what's going on spiritually, right? Not as connected to your spirit guides or whatever the case may be. All right? But confirmation influences had came out. This ties to peers, right? Third parties, attachments. It's time to set boundaries. If you haven't already, it's time to say no. It's time to draw the line. Enough is enough. Don't let anything go on any further because you already have the clarity that you need. All right? Allowing people to be a part of your life when it clearly shows that they're only delaying things for you, being obstacles, that's destiny swapping as well, right? Because say for instance, your life could have been going a certain particular way, but with us having free will, we indulge in things, we connect with people, we overstay our welcome in other people's lives. Therefore, they're overstaying their welcome in our lives. Sometimes we think, oh, well, it's a sign, or oh, well, God put us together. No, we choose things. We're the ones who put in action towards our life. Beliefs are very strong, so that's why you got to be mindful on what you believe in, because not all the time beliefs are actually true, right? And I mean, if you look up the definition of it, well, I don't know if it's there, but beliefs are not necessarily factual. They're just something that you believe in, even if you don't know if it's true or not. So trust in your knowing at all times. But if some of you guys are still in this belief realm, right, then maybe believing things that don't restrict you, that don't instill fear, okay? Be mindful of projections, because a lot of people project their own opinions or beliefs onto you. Any more messages for the collective? Thank you guys for the follows and the likes. If you're able to double tap the screen, that would be great so we can get more people in. If you're wanting to get on the list, just let me know. Yeah, I feel like you're protecting your peace, or you're being encouraged to know that your peace is very important. And just because someone is your family or someone you love or someone you're dating, like, you can't let people destiny swap with you. Now you're putting your life in other people's hands because now you're people pleasing. If you want to cut someone off, you cut them off. Don't get into this energy of feeling like, oh, it's a sign to keep them in. No, you're choosing this person. Maybe you haven't learned the lesson. Your life could have went completely different if you would have trusted in yourself and pursued that passion, moved forward from that person, did that hobby, whatever it was. Okay, we got balance, harmony, friendship. Some of you guys, this is tying to your relationships, whether it's platonic, okay, romantic, whatever the case may be. You have influences. It's time to set boundaries. Protect your mind, body, soul, and your destiny, your path, because you do have free will. I mean, fate is fate, right? But sometimes our life can go a whole different way than what it could have went. Yeah. All right. Emotional storm. So this could be your energy or it could be other people's energy, but I'm seeing turmoil. Someone feeling unstable. Someone being affected by something. I remember earlier we were already talking about how someone was still grieving something, still feeling heartbreak or pain. Something has left a stain on their brain. So this is a time of healing. Some of you guys, you are healing. But it's time to say no. Don't let other people influence you, your choices, your decisions. This is your life and you're in control of it. Say, for instance, if you let somebody give you advice and they tell you, yeah, keep remain in that relationship, da-da-da. In the midst of that time, you could have trusted in your intuition and left and probably been living your best life by now. But instead, had to bump your head, had to come into, but hey, there's no such thing as a loss, right? Only lessons. You're not taking losses, you're learning lessons, which is just as grand as blessings. So, I mean, I guess it works out, right? But imagine never learning the lesson, right? Sometimes we don't see things, and sometimes we do. But the generational curse breakers, you're gonna most definitely see these things regardless. Okay? Yeah, heavy turmoil. Some of you guys can even look up the definition of turmoil to give you a more clear Because sometimes we think we know what things mean. We never look these words up in our life. We're very intellectual, so sometimes that doesn't need to be the case. But sometimes it could help. You will see something and you'll be like, oh my gosh, I did not know that's what that meant. It could be the most basic word ever. All right, we got Lucky Day and Kehlani. This song is called... Yeah, so a lot of you guys were talking about friendships. We're talking about family. We're talking about lovers. All right, this song is called When He's Not There. All right. It says security, family, establish, confirm foundation. Some of you guys could be building a foundation. Some of you guys need to be mindful of who you're building with. Okay, we got time coming out. Things can also take time. Like sometimes we try to rush the process. Like you gotta know, like sometimes things are not gonna happen overnight. Some things are, some things take time. All right, and I promise you, it's going to happen when it's meant to. Divine timing is very true. Okay. So if you don't learn a lesson right now, don't worry. You'll probably just wasn't the time right now, because you just need to bump your head and learn something, right? If that business didn't become as successful as you wanted it to, maybe there's a deeper meaning to it. Maybe you need to shift your perspective, and whole time it actually is successful. You're just looking at it from a money perspective. Oh, well, I don't have $1 million yet. Like, but you're helping people, or but this, like, it really all depends on who you are, how the messages can resonate. But just take what resonates. And be mindful of people who they can't be alone, right? You connect with people and they're, like, say if you leave their energy, they're already in somebody else's energy. Or they're thinking of being in somebody else's energy. Like, some of y'all could be going through that. Like, that's why it'll be a good thing to be single when you aren't connected with people who are good for you, mind, body, and soul wise. A lot of times it's not personal. Some of these people have their own inner demons, but you don't have time to be getting your heart broken and being delayed in your own journey in life because you're including people in your own individual life. Sometimes we got to practice the law of detachment. All right, I remember I used to always, every time I connected with somebody, it went from my goals, my dreams, my plans to I'm actually trying to integrate them into my life, and now certain things aren't happening. Like, no, honey. And if you ever dealing with people to where you got to compromise, or like your values or your dreams or things are just changing, you need to pay attention to that, because it gives red flag, if you ask me. Sometimes it's ourselves. Nobody is putting up anything to our head and forcing us to do these things. Sometimes maybe we just need to learn a lesson with embodying self-love and whatever the case may be, or coming into realizing our own trauma. Like the things that sometimes we don't realize, the things that we do. Sometimes we're unconscious to them, but a lot of times we are very conscious. And that's the scary part right there, when you're actually conscious. Both of them are kind of, but it reminds me of that devil energy, when you are aware of something, but you still continue to pursue it or proceed. But yeah, that could be very significant. All right. Some of you guys could be very misunderstood. You could be a victim of something, but we like to say survivor around here, right? A lot of times I don't like you guys to victimize yourselves, because you had power in your situations. Now, it depends on what you've experienced, how I will use that, because I'm a very empathetic individual, and I'm really careful with what I say to certain individuals. But if you're a person, like it really all depends, but just take that how it resonates. We got lost soul. Maybe some of you guys were dealing with a bunch of people who are lost, and they're only going to create confusion for you. All right. Sometimes we can't save everyone. Sometimes it's not even our job to do. We can't be personal gods and healers and all these things for people. We got to get ourselves together. Everybody is able to do that. Everybody is able to save themselves. You had to do it. I'm sure you've lived that experience, like actually having to fend for yourself, save yourself. God came through and flowed through a lot of people who probably maybe helped you in some type of way. But regardless, you're capable of getting yourself out of the hard situations. And be mindful that the storm, it doesn't stay forever. The sun always does come out to shine again. So remember what they say, it's not a bad life, it's a bad day. What is it? It's some saying. It's like, remember, it's just a bad day, it's not a bad life. It's something they say. But yeah, healing takes time. Things turning out how you want it to be could take time. Just be patient, all right? Know that God got you. The universe wants you to have everything you want and need, right? But simplify your life, and don't forget that you are also the creator of your life. Thank you. Okay, yeah. So remember, we got karma and possibilities coming out. Life can go any and every way, especially with the things that you put action towards and the things that you don't put action towards. The things you believe in and the things you don't believe, because be mindful of your beliefs. That also can kind of be a huge part of how you operate in your own reality, right? So we got depths, cause and effect, consequences. And with possibilities coming out here, it ties to free-spirited, adventure, risk. Take risks, but not the ones that will probably leave you heartbroken. You're not going to take a risk on a person that you love, right? Because they have potential. No, but you are going to take a risk on your dreams and putting yourself out there. Even if you may hear no, or a few things may not work out, eventually it will though. Right? So it's like, choose what to put in action and energy towards, because you'll get back some good karma, or maybe you'll do something that'll probably dish out some pain to you, right? Which is not a good feeling, so that would probably be more of the negative side. But I like to look at things as just lessons, you know, blessings in disguise. There go clarity. If your intuition, if it don't sit right with your intuition, don't do it. Period. That's the energy I'm getting with that. All right. Truth is here. Clarity. Confessions. We got second chance. Shocking. Secrets. Yeah. Fantasies. Chasing. Stress. Mistakes. Conflicted. Yeah, honey, you've been through a lot, honey. At this point, some of y'all probably exhausted. It's been a long journey, but sometimes we do it to ourselves. We have the free will, you know. So just keep that in mind. All right, so I would say give yourself enlightenment with having a certain perspective of things, and to also trust in your intuition when it comes to what you choose to indulge in and what you choose to not indulge in. All right. There's many possibilities. There's possibilities of experiencing karmic debt, and there's possibilities of experiencing greatness and blessings, right? It's currently 3:11 p.m. Today is June 20th, 2025. All right, it's a Friday. Then I did think of fries, of course, when I said that. Then I thought of fast food. But yeah, say goodbye. Say goodbye to all the things that doesn't serve you. The places, the people, the unhealthy habits, whether it's addictions, obsessions, inner things, outer things, hell, bad foods, whatever it is, right? You know your life better than anyone. And I would say, don't slacken your life, right? Jerry Dunn says, challenge your limits, don't limit your challenges. It's kind of like going to the gym, but slacking. You're only cheating yourself, right? Yeah, what did I mention? Addictions. Then it came out. Then it came out in the reverse. Don't indulge in things that you know is not good for you. Like, for instance, if we're talking about things that are addicting, I would steer clear away from them. When it's out of sight, out of mind. And also, practice makes perfect. Continuing to go without something, eventually you won't care to have it. All right, religion is coming out in the reverse. And we got chestnut checkers coming out in reverse, which can tie to like strategy or strategic energy. You got to be strategic in your life. Okay, sometimes I understand that there was things created before you got here, but it was by the very people who are very low vibrational. We have people in presidential positions, executive positions, management positions, like a whole, and these people don't really belong there because they're not right within, right? So it's like sometimes you got to bypass the traditions and what everybody else is talking about and trust in yourself. You know, be strategic in your life. Once again, it is chestnut checkers. Play smarter, not harder. And of course, be around people who are also having that same mindset. You don't want to be around, if you're positive and your light irritates people, demons, you don't want to be around energy vampires or people who are negative Nancy's, right? So I just feel like this is really a message of when there's no guidance in this 3D plane, especially because we're all autonomous, we're different for a reason. Some people are going to demotivate you, right? They're going to make you feel like, oh no, da-da-da. Sometimes even when it sounds crazy to other people, doesn't mean that it sounds crazy to you, but some people can encourage you, literally persuade you into believing exactly what they're feeling. And don't let you be an empath. It's going to be worse, right? So understand you're a very passionate, driven individual. You're probably a person of justice, fairness. You're going through some type of transformation. I'm seeing that money is going to be coming in, or there's some type of situation that involves money. Whatever was not going right for you, it will be going right for you in this 3D plane. All right? Remember that everything is going to work out, but I feel like the main thing is you are in control of your own life. Do not allow anyone else to destiny swap with you. When you start listening to everybody else say how you should go about your life, what you should do, when you start letting other people overstay their welcome, when you know your soul has outgrown them, you've outgrown a certain lifestyle, etc., but you continue to pursue something, that means your life is going to go exactly in that way when it could have went in a whole nother way. Trust in your own intuition. Trust in your own mentality. Once again, I understand they may be 80 years old, so you think they're very much mature within their intellect. But like I said, you got to remember that God is within you and all around. Some people are not connected to that energy. They were when they were probably kids because they were more tapped in with their innocence and their purity. But not everybody, you know? So just be mindful. Use your wisdom. Let go. Release things. All right? Trust in your intuition. Things are being illuminated right now. It may be shocking. Some of you guys could have already experienced something, or maybe this is something that you have yet to experience. Some of you guys are currently experiencing a situation that may have caught you off guard, or it may be shocking. I'm thinking of like tower moments and stuff. But release addictions, okay? Say no to things that are bad for you, mind, body, and soul-wise. Especially if it's addicting because you're setting yourself up for failure, or you're just causing delays within your own journey or life. But like I said, if you need to bump your head and you just do these things, then maybe it was just a lesson to be learned, right? But sometimes we don't need to go through things like again and again. Sometimes it just takes discipline. All right? Don't lead yourself astray. Okay? Know better, do better, choose better. That's the energy. And that's in all forms. Within the 3D plane, spiritually. Therefore, finance, career, love or relationships, inner or individual journey, outside energies in the world. Whatever it is, it applies to all. It's like all of the above. All right. You could be seeing 555 or just fives. And like I said, fives, we talked about it earlier, and it also can tie to change as well. So I'm also seeing the angel number 54. If you put that together, that makes the number 9, which ties to completion. So that's pretty much what I'm seeing for you guys. Then look, there go the blessings. We was talking so much about the lessons and the lessons and lessons. There's also some blessings here, okay? She said, we believe people will change, but some they're going to stay the same. Something. That's your confirmation. If you waiting on someone to change, baby, they already are who they are. You didn't have to change. You didn't have to be, you know, like, if you're connected with somebody who's a cheater and you're waiting for them to stop cheating, I mean, you're probably going to be waiting for a minute, because that's who they're showing you that they are. It's not like you're talking to somebody who was never a cheater. You know, so it's like, if you're, it's kind of like you get what you pay for. You know how they be like, oh, if you paying $2 for that instead of 30, then maybe it will be bad in quality. So it's like quality over quantity type of energy, or like the you get what you pay for type of energy. It's like, don't settle. All right, don't expect someone to change when they're already showing you that that's who they are. The people who basically need to change, the people who dish out the trauma and all this other stuff, you're just going to disappoint yourself. You do better connecting with people who were already on your level, which is people who didn't need to change in those type of ways. If they're a menace to society, they dish out trauma to the world, we want to leave that to God itself and just connect with other people who are on our level. All right. Repair, evolution, growth. I'm looking at my deck that says that could be very significant. I'm not going to use that deck though, but it could be very, very significant. Then I just thought of generational, ancestral lines and generational curses and all of that stuff. See, people be having their own individual stuff going on. You know? Let's not mix God and Goddess energy with the opposite, okay? Let other gods and goddesses connect with gods and goddesses. Leave the people who still got to get it together, leave them where they're at, honey. Okay. Let's see. So that was basically the message. We may get into another message. It may be all together, it may just be additional, but I'm gonna keep on going, and then I'll get on later. If you guys don't want to get on the list, feel free. The list is open. Nobody is currently on. I'm also doing whatever you're able to send, you can. For instance, I'll ask you, well, what are you looking forward to paying? What do you feel, you know? And you'll probably say, oh, 15, 30, whatever the case may be, and I'll let you know if I'll grant it or not. 9 times out of 10, I will. I always did donation-based readings anyway. All right, I'm always finding some type of loose hair or something, so this could be very significant. Like, just finding, like, child. All right, let's see. What's the tea? This is my What's the Tea deck. Let's see. What's the messages here? Look, wasting time. All right, so this could be your energy, or it could be someone else's, right? It says stuck, no changes, limited. What else? We got in their head. This most definitely could be talking about somebody else, or intuitively you could just apply it to you, right? It says overthinking, stressed, overanalyzing. What else? We got moves in silence. This could be something that you're encouraged to do, or something that you're already doing, or maybe it's something that someone else is doing. We'll go a little bit more in depth on these. I just want to pull some and then talk about it. Don't forget, you guys, to double tap the screen. If you have been doing that already, I appreciate you so much. All right, and thank you all for the follows. All right, we got bankruptcy or bankrupt, and it's coming out in the reverse. So maybe somebody went from bankrupt to the funds are looking up. All right, It really all depends. Sometimes the messages, they can come out in reverse and they can still have meaning to their upright position. But it all depends on who's reading. I like to read it in either or way, because I know that the cards are just trying to give you a message. It can't talk. So it's just trying its best to probably get some type of message out there. So any more messages for the collective? Thank you again for double tapping the screen. I appreciate that. All right, on the back, we got dirt digging. All right, so somebody could be digging some dirt on you, or maybe this could be you. And maybe this could be in a way that's not so necessarily messy, but it could be in a more of a way that's like detective, right? But all right. I feel like some more energy wants to come out, but somebody could have like fake accounts. You know, like for instance, if somebody is stalking you or spying on you, they could probably be doing it like cyber-wise, social medias, creating fake Facebooks and Instagrams and Twitters and TikToks or whatever the case may be. So yeah, some of you guys, you're being encouraged to move in silence, especially if you're not already. And if you already are, this is your confirmation to keep on doing so. You're doing great. You have someone in their head, or it's given the energy of leave people. You know how some people say, like especially like the people from previous generations, like they're older, they'll probably say, well, give them some imagination. Dang, don't just show it all, or whatever the case may be. It's kind of like your plans, your secrets, like dang. It's kind of giving like somebody just letting it all fall out. Talk like, dang, give them something to be shocked about, surprised about, you know. Leave some type of imagination. Like, let people guess what's going on in their life. Who are they dating? What are they doing? What do they have going on? What do they plan on doing? Do they have a business still? Like, just live your life. All right? Now, wasting time. Either you're wasting your time, maybe you're feeling stuck. Maybe something isn't changing, or you're not promoting change. Maybe something seems limited, or you're limiting yourself. All right? If this is someone else's energy, maybe they were wasting their time. Like maybe they were wasting their time going out of the connection, trying to find someone like you. And they're clearly not going to do that, because a lot of times you were blessed to be in someone's life and they fumbled. So 9 times out of 10, oh, you didn't mess up. It's like getting a gift from Santa Claus, of course, metaphorically speaking, and you're just not appreciative of it. You don't know what to do with it. Or in a more literal sense, getting a gift from God, and you messing it up. What you think God finna send you some more stuff? And I'm not saying like I'm speaking for God itself or whatever the case may be, but it's just like the energy of, how are you gonna fumble a good thing? This was your literal good thing. This was the blessing that was for you, and you fumbled it. And you trying to be greedy and more like not appreciative. But anyways, confirm wasting time, just to get more specific. Well, it can't get specific enough, but let's just see. Okay, look at with an offer, right? And this was kind of coming out sideways. So maybe I intuitively was thinking, sometimes you get in your head and you feel like, am I missing out on something? Hell no. Especially if you already got clarity that something was not good for you. You know what I'm saying? I remember I used to like reach out to people who I used to connect with, because I felt like, well, maybe they'll be able to help me with this. Like I remember I was stranded out somewhere and I had cut off this person for good reason. Whenever you have to cut somebody out of your life and you're doing things for good reason, I promise you, you won't need these people ever again. You won't even be put in a position to where you would have to reach out. Sometimes we just let our fear consume us and everything else, and then we just feel like, oh my gosh, this seems like my last straw. Let me just try to, like, no, you don't ever have to go back to where it hurt you, even if you feel like you need. God will come through anyway, how, but I don't feel like it will send your enemies. I don't feel like it will send people who, you know what I'm saying, hurt you at some point. But when it comes to some type of offer, right, you could be wasting your time with it. Maybe it's not even a true offer for real. It's probably why it was coming out sideways. Like, are you serious? Like, is that even an offer? Like, come on now. Is that even a deal? You know, so that's what I'm getting with that. Now, with the bankrupt energy, confirmed bankrupt. Somebody could be going from past due to right on time. paying things off, credit finna get better, was bankrupt, now they're not, or some people is probably getting further and further into bankruptcy, or that's just going to be happening. Like, some people are just creating karma for themselves. We got marrying for money, and it kind of came out sideways. That's why people have to do things with integrity. So if this is your energy, know that regardless, sometimes things don't work out, sometimes things happen this way and that way, even if you're a good person. But being a good person, it will get you very far, because then you're not gaining extra like karma, you know. So somebody could have been marrying someone for money, and all they married was debt. Like, they thought they was marrying for something, but they ain't get nothing in return. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna marry this person because that whole time. Now you got a baby out this situation. Now this person, you thought that they was finna come in with the riches and this and that. Now it's drama, it's chaos, it's delays, it's bankruptcy. Like, you know, so, and this can even be in a more figurative type of situation. Like, you know how people could be broken spirit. We're not just talking about, oh, you're financially broke, but no, you could just be low vibrational. You could just be this, you know, like different stuff, right? People not truly being into you, just into the things that you can do for them, bring, whatever the case may be. But in reality, they cheated themselves. It's like they tried to get over on somebody or do something when, honey, you only messed up your own life. You ain't do nothing over here. You only, I guess I needed to learn a lesson. That's probably why we connected, but you really didn't do nothing but damage your own life. Now you got karma. Period. All right. If you guys are wanting to send in gifts because you feel like the message helps you, it's resonating, please feel free. I also have a tip jar as well if you don't have gifts and you still want to give something. If you have, if you're unable to give or you're not called to, or whatever the case may be, double tapping the screen, sharing the live, giving me a follow, because you may not ever see me again after this. It will be fine as well. Okay, I appreciate it all. All right, I even have a website where you guys can leave feedback. Yeah, some of you guys could be moving, whether it's moving on or whatever the case may be. Thank you, honey. Welcome to the team. All right, I appreciate you for the gifts. Thank you guys for double tapping. All right, any more messages for the collective? All right, look, you ignoring people. If you can't trust it, if it's no point in indulging, if your intuition is off, you don't even have to give something up. Like, you know how sometimes people try to experience things just to prove their intuition? You already know. You're not even doing all of that, right? You're not just gonna bump your head just to F around and find out. Like, you already know. You know, some of you guys are very intellectual. Some of you guys are very spiritually gifted, so you're very tapped in. Sometimes you don't need to fully have a whole conversation with somebody for years in order to know that they were just temporary all along. Sometimes you can just meet them within 2 seconds and know, yeah, you temporary, right? Some of you guys could be ignoring something, someone. Okay, I hope it's not avoiding, right? Sorry, you guys. Give me 1 second. Hello? Yes. Yes. All right, thanks so much. All right. I think my voice kind of got into one of those. You know how you answer a phone, you be professional. Hi, yes. I don't know why I think that happened, but that could be significant. Maybe some of y'all could do that. That's how you know confirmation. This message could be for you, right? I call out a lot of things that come to my mind, because a lot of times it is significant. So I try to make sure that I don't feel like it's just a coincidence or, oh, it doesn't need to be said. So I try to like say, you know, things. But it says for the other energy, it says can't fully trust them. Tension, secret competition. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. This energy came out in the reverse. So I feel like you're ignoring any and everything that you feel like is not going to benefit you, right? And I don't mean in a user way. I mean in a playing smarter, not harder. Like, why would you constantly you already learned certain lessons you don't need to repeat. So I feel like if it just doesn't serve you or your highest good, you're literally not going to deal with it. Look at you. I would air high five, period. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay. Look, you got some people who want you back, and we got scarcity tactics. Man, they low vibrational. And X is an X for a reason. Look, you know how EX, the acronym or whatever, abbreviation, whatever for that. EX, what example, right? An example of what not to do, right? Don't do that shit again. I'm trying to tell you. They trying to find ways to get you back, and it's still bare minimum. Damn. You can't even step out of the bare minimum energy. It'll never happen. I hope you're not looking for greatness in individuals who are not tapped in with their divine selves. You will not get that. All right. Any more messages for the collective? Drama starter. Some people just want to cause chaos in your life, boo. All right. And you know, sometimes we got cross watchers on here. So sometimes, unless this is your own energy, all right, we got the cross watchers in here. Meaning other people watching readings for other people. Like they trying to see what's tea on somebody else. But maybe this is your own energy. Because sometimes it be my own collective. I'll be like, damn, collective. You know? But, drama starter, like I said, but if you resonate more with me and my energy, my personality, who I am, I'm not a drama starter. I'm not for the mess. You know? So, that's why I said it how I said it to begin with in the first place. And confirmation, because like when certain people are doing readings, sometimes they only can read as far as they've experienced or as far as who they are or, you know, whatever the case may be. So be mindful of that as well. I see a lot of people doing readings and it's just very negative, or it's always talking about something. I be tired of hearing all that. And I'm like, well, maybe they going through something in their life. Maybe they just got out of a breakup, you know? Because I'm a reader myself. I found myself kind of doing readings, and it always seemed like it resonated personally for me. And I guess that's because I personally was not like looking outside of my own life in reality. But it was still resonate with the collective and stuff. So I guess it was like a win-win. But sometimes I had to pay very close attention to that a lot of times. But yeah, be mindful of that. Because I remember I used to take every reading to the heart, thinking it was for me. Even the collectives, honey, but especially before I was a reader. Child. Sometimes it seemed like something is for you. Whole time it's not. That's what I'm saying. Experience is very amazing. Wisdom is very amazing. Because I realize a lot of things that a lot of people won't be able to verbally say. You know? The blind leading the blind around this bitch. Sorry. So sorry. Excuse my language. But, okay. Jackpot. It says love on the brain. Dreaming, fantasizing, daydreaming, nostalgic. This could even be tied to your dreams and goals. You're just like, damn, life finna be so great. I cut that nigga out. Oh my gosh, excuse my language. Oh my gosh. Let me see. It's some potty mouths in here. Let me see. Jackpot. It says winning money, got rich, inheritance, unexpected money. I'm telling you, we already talked about money. That's what the card said. It said money 3 times. So then I thought of Mr. Krabs. SpongeBob SquarePants. Somebody could wear rings on their finger. Maybe you have a ring on your finger right now, honey. Lottery tickets could be significant. Sitting, laying down, just gazing. Not really doing nothing but just mind probably just running, just sitting there. Whether it's music playing or not, whether you're outside, sitting, or laying down on the bed, just fantasizing, daydream, whatever case may be, whatever it may look like. Because I realize a lot of things in the pictures and stuff can be very significant a lot of times too. So I like to call that out too. Decorative, like cloths, like especially like bed sheets. She got these this decorative bed sheet. Ain't no, you barely probably can see it. Ain't no solid white color, and it have little designs and stuff that could be significant. It's that type of lottery ticket. What they say? They say SETTE with a dash, another E, space MEZZO. I never seen that lottery. I never seen a lottery ticket in my life Well, of course I did, but I don't purchase them, so I really don't know how to use them, what to do. I know them pick threes, right? The ones it got the little bitty boxes, because I know I have family members that gamble and everything like that, and they use those. So those are the main ones that I knew about. And of course, it's like some type of scratch off. Yeah, I think that's scratch off. So maybe scratch offs could be significant. If you commented something, your comment may have been filtered out. Try to switch around what you want to say. All right. I don't know why they be doing it in my live. I said don't be filtering nothing out. There go that into you finally came out. So some people could probably be fishing for comments because they're just into you, right? I know some of y'all, you probably got this PTSD. You probably like, you look too nosy for me. You trying to steal my energy? You know what I'm saying? But look, some people probably just into you like that, okay? But anyways, separately, we got into you. It says good chemistry, great vibes, positive. Maybe you're going to meet somebody in this energy. Maybe you are this energy, right? And other people feel like you're good vibes. You good people, right? Great energy. Very positive. Okay, and then fishing for comments. A lot of times when I remember I wrote on it because I was having these downloads. I was like, sometimes when I get a card, I'll probably forget the download that I had. So I was like, let me write it down. So I had wrote on it a while ago. But fishing for comments. All right, somebody trying to get you to spill the beans. All right, they're seeking commentary. They're seeking info, right? They're trying to get answers or a response out of you from something, right? That's what I wrote on here. But yeah, they're fishing for comments. All right, yeah. All right, yeah. Rejected. Split the deck is impersonated on the other side. This could be individually said. Like, imagine I seeing this right here, or imagine I seeing this right here. They could be separate, right? But together, rejected. You rejecting the impersonators, and you're not an impersonator yourself. It's not on you, it's in you. That's natural. You can't fake that, honey. Period. All right, but maybe you rejected someone. Maybe someone rejected you. But all I know is rejection is protection, especially when it's coming to people like you, right? If you're someone like me, that's why I'm saying like you. I know probably everybody in the live is, because like I said, sometimes people be cross-watching and it be these low vibrational energies. But for sure, if you like me, rejection is protection, honey. Because you're the blessing in people's lives. I don't know if you ever noticed. Hell, sometimes we are worst critics. You got to toot your own horn every now and then. They created a word called humble. I don't know who created that. They must have been very insecure. All right. Now, impersonator. It says wants to be you, acts like. Wants to be you, acts like you, dresses like you, trying to look like you. Damn. Copies you. Now, this is some psychotic stuff right here. This is crazy. They hate themselves. They reject themselves. You got to love yourself, bruh. Be you. Everybody else is taken. It's a beautiful thing. We're autonomous for a reason. Everybody has gifts and talents and da-da-da, but damn. You want to be like me, bruh? I mean, I feel it, but, it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. I'm still repeating that because I'm thinking of something. I don't know. It's funny, though. But, it is crazy right here. See, sometimes you can't really fathom things to be true or whatever the case may be because you wouldn't be in that space. You couldn't fathom how people could be because that's not you. That's not your reality. So you probably would never think of something, operate a certain way, whatever. So things could probably be like surprising or whatever to you. But some people, they want to be you. And it's not just, it's psychotic. It's like something that you should probably be like, oh my gosh. Clutch my pearls, hide my purse. I'm scared, Some people in this world is a little questionable. Okay? Anyways, we got screenshots. Some of these people could be, and it's still on this impersonator energy. So it could be separate, but we can also be still talking about this damn energy. But yeah, we got a screenshot here. It says getting evidence, proof, facts. Some of you guys, maybe you're encouraged to keep the facts. Keep them receipts, honey, because sometimes you need them and you'll probably be like, damn, my intuition told me to screenshot that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, somebody could probably be screenshotting things on you. All right, but just keep the evidence. You know what I'm saying? Ask the questions. Keep the receipts. This is protection for yourself. Making things less harder. Work smarter, not harder. Remember? But yeah, like I said, that's pretty much the main messages I was seeing. It kind of sort of splitting down into getting more into other things that's going on. But originally, like that first message, it was saying, choose better, do better, and whatever else I had said. So it's, but you know, it's kind of, it's still like the same message. So you can still like apply that, of course, right? So if we do that, then of course, don't be around drama starters and don't be in that energy yourself, right? Ignore things that you know is not feeding you in a way that's good for you, mind, body, and soul wise, right? Don't indulge in negativity and BS, right? Okay? Be smart with your money. Be smart with your funds. You got to continue to live on earth. And if you find an island where nobody claimed it, good for you. But if you still living amongst everybody else and you paying rent, honey, I'm going to need you to put them funds up. You can have fun. You can do all that. But just be smart, all right? Into you. Don't be getting, especially my emotional idolists, don't be getting yourself involved in connections with people who are literally questionable. Like, you gotta see far in the future. Like, if they got communication issues, if they did, sometimes you gotta stop saying they cute. Like, sometimes you gotta pay. It's about what's within. You know what I'm saying? Shit, stuttering could be very significant, honey. Damn. But you know, connect with people who good chemistry, good vibes. Damn, positive. You be connecting with the negative motherfucker. I don't know. That's what some of y'all, remember we already talked about earlier. Y'all not with all that. You like, bye. For some of y'all. But yeah, so it's like, that's what I mean by like the message is still like, it's still for the same collective. Sometimes I just was reading it in other ways, getting more into other things. But with the first message that we was talking about, you can still apply that to whatever else had came out. But if you didn't get to see this from the beginning, or if you weren't able to stay to the end, or not able to stay to the end, because maybe I'll keep pulling cards, maybe I'm about to get ready to get off. But this video will be uploaded to my YouTube. I also got on earlier. Oh, we got reflecting. So somebody could be reflecting, or you're the one that's reflecting. Or maybe you're being encouraged to. A lot of times that's what, you know, the messages can consist of. Past, present, future energy. Your energy, someone else's. You know, the things that you're maybe encouraged to do. Things that you're already doing. It's very broad, right? So just take the messages how it applies to you for sure. And I got this message that anybody who has done something to you without integrity, they're getting their karma for it. Because I know some of y'all probably had caused some diseases, whether it's incurable or not. You probably got into some relationships that people were using you. You've been heartbroken. All debts will be paid. Karma coming. Karma. For some people, karma has already came. And some people gonna still have karma in their life for 30 plus years. I'm literally not exaggerating. Yep. That's why when it comes to these people who's receiving this type of karma, you may want to steer clear. I feel like beliefs what creates your reality. So if you believe that somebody can put magic on you, or people, their bad luck can rub off on you, I would try to deprogram and reprogram, right? Because beliefs can come to reality. But yeah, it's time to travel. It's time to also marry people for also what they can provide or bring to you as well. Like, I'm sick of y'all trying to date people that's broke in spirit, financially, etc. Because, well, no, I'm not a shallow person and I really care about what's within. That's great. That's amazing. But half the people that you're connecting with are broke financially, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Like, at least connect with somebody that's not broken in those things, and it's fine if their finances is just a little, you know, some. But I feel like it should be at least somewhere, you know, somewhere, because it means at least they're trying to do something with their life. They're being responsible, whatever the case may be. But because I had got like an intuitive download with this marrying for money, especially when I had seen like another card on the side of it, like how we was doing when I was comparing them. And I intuitively got this energy like, it's okay to connect with people who are actually like, you want to connect with them because oh, well, they're making money for themselves, they have this da da da. It's not necessarily that you're going to use them. It's just half the people that you connected with that didn't have funds, they was using you up, you know, getting in your wallet or breaking your heart. So it's just of course I'm an ethereal soul, I'm an earth angel, so it's never using people. It's just justice for yourself, what you deserve. You deserve to live a life of luxury, and you deserve to have a partner that can actually do those things for you. And I know I was never like this person to be like, I used to always feel like, oh, it's never about money, it's da da da. And that's still what I stand for. It's never about that. But sometimes dating dusty bums, you get tired of just receiving bare minimum people and energy and everything else, right? If I can do more for myself than you can do for me, financially or non-financially, then I'm just going to be single, buddy. Because sometimes, especially if they're a man, they're very insecure, all right? Sometimes it's psychology. Very insecure, very jealous, very matriarch type. Oh, and then you belong here. You better. Okay, but hey, I'm telling you, it's a lot, and it's a lot of billionaires, trillionaires, millionaires. You may not be coming across them, or maybe you are and you just didn't know. But it's time to upgrade your life. It's time to choose better, do better, and be better. All right, but that's the message I got for you guys. Returning your energy back to you with love, light, and all things grand, of course, and releasing my energy back to me with the same energy that I'm giving out, because you know, ain't nothing over here fishy. Bonafide energy as always, right? If you're wanting to get on the list for mentorships, life coaching, readings, questions, the list is always open. Always open. And I could go more and more, but it's just giving that energy for y'all as well. Don't overdo something. Don't burn yourself out. Don't do this. Don't do that. Right? And I'm thinking of slow and steady wins the race for some reason, but work smarter, not harder. Save your energy. Don't drain your energy. And yeah, create a healthy life for you. You're outgrowing a lot of things, and it's about time for change, for sure. And you're going to be glad that you've continued to go that pace, that route. All right, but of course, you're so welcome. Thank you for your time, honey. I appreciate you. But yeah, if I'm no longer on live and you're still wanting to get some type of session from me, you can always message me any way you know how. Please keep in connection with my Linktree, because sometimes I may change my name on TikTok. That's why I said give me a follow if you're wanting to give me a follow, so that you won't miss any more of my lives, because sometimes you rarely will see a person again. Sometimes they may pop back up on your For You page, but not all the time. All right, thank you so much. All right, but yeah, I will see you guys another time, and I'll probably get back on tomorrow, or maybe today. It really depends on how I feel. But don't forget to cleanse your energy in your spaces. I'm gonna do that when I probably end the live. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for coming in, and enjoy the rest of your lifetime.